Hey there and welcome back to my channel. My name's Georgina, I'm the Honest Vocal Coach. I teach singing all day every day when I'm not making videos. And if you want to see a little bit more of me, I have a brand new vlog channel where I talk about my life and what's going on in a little bit more detail, and it's definitely more personal. So take a look at my vlog channel. I will put the latest video link just underneath. So it's Eurovision week, it's super exciting. Last night was quite an eye-opener of who went and who stayed. It was like, oh really? Okay, so like last time, I'm going to go through a recap of last night's semi-final, letting you know what was good, what was not, my honest opinion, and also you'll find out who qualified and who didn't if you haven't actually seen the show yet. So I watch it so you don't have to, but you have to be there for Saturday night. You have to be, and of course I'll be doing a reaction to the grand final on Saturday and whoever gets to win this thing. Right, let's dive in. So the whole night is kicked off by Finland The Rasmus, the actual Rasmus. Now this song, it's really grown on me. I do really appreciate it now. I think the verses are still a little bit weak. They kind of just there and then suddenly the chorus kicks in. There's not really a pre-chorus that leads you into it. I think maybe the song is missing that. The diction was really bad when he started. That first verse, it was like, I can't tell what you're singing. The staging was yellow and black, really good song. I quite like it. I just think that the verse needs to lead into the chorus a bit better. It just, I don't know, it just feels a little bit clunky for me. I liked the balloon effects, very much kind of Pennywise, the film It, if you know what I'm talking about, Stephen King. The Rasmus did qualify, good for them. I wasn't sure whether this one would qualify or not, but I think overall the performance was good. He just seemed a little bit, I don't know, he just wasn't on the ball at the beginning, the lead singer. Once he got into it, it really kicked off, and it was a good beginning to the show. So Israel, I hear that Israel's singer got engaged or married that same day, which is quite a choice. Congratulations to them. Anyway, it didn't feel as fierce as I remember this one. I'm not sure why, but it didn't seem to have that kind of impact that I expected. It does sound off tune most of the time. I'm sorry, but you kind of do. Not much substance to the song. It's just, this is me, I'm fierce. But there was kind of sass in the choreography. It just didn't get me as much as last time, and didn't get anybody else either, because this one didn't qualify. The chorus is super catchy to the Serbian song. This is like, we've got no real dance routines in this semi-final that are that memorable. That I think we should have had more dance routines this year. Anyway, not a fan of this song. I'm not, but the chorus is super catchy, and all of this is super catchy as well. I didn't find her very engaging on stage. It was very talky. It's not really sung at all. I wasn't sure whether people would get it or not, but it turned out they did, because this one qualified. So Azerbaijan, yes, beautiful vocal, totally engaging. His distortion was absolutely stunning. It was just great. The stairs, I wasn't sure whether they would work, worked really, really well. And his vocals didn't falter at all throughout the performance when he was laid down, walking up the steps, and he really managed to keep control of the vocals. Got a little bit over the top near the end of the song with riffing and such, but it was quite dramatic, emotive, and I think it was a very well-deserved keeper in the competition, so they did qualify. Rock me down, rock me out, rock me sideways. Georgia's not for me. Georgia's right at the bottom with Moldova, unfortunately. It was actually worse live. Oh dear. I just don't like this song at all. The vocals were very plain. They didn't look like they were having fun. They were like, yay, we're here, we're doing it, but okay. Yeah, so it's no surprise this one didn't qualify. Okay, Malta. This was an unfortunate one, really. Really weak verses. The vocals were really weak as well. It was only saved by the chorus, which is really catchy. The costumes were a bit naff. I just thought, for this one, it was a shame because I was kind of rooting for Malta, big fan of Malta, and I thought that it would do better than it did, but unfortunately that stage performance just didn't do it, so it didn't qualify. Okay, so San Marino. Last year's San Marino song was pretty good actually with Flow Rider. Anyway, this was the oh dear moment of the entire show for me. Now, I was rooting for this, didn't really like the song much, but once I'd seen the staging, I thought this could work. This could really liven up the show. But no, it didn't. It felt like there was a lot going on stage, from these kind of cages to the bull that was randomly there. And it just felt like they were doing all this to try and lift the actual song itself, because the song, not great. The vocals, wow. The vocals were the most oh dear of the night for me. They were flat, talky, out of tune. It feels kind of like an 80s Adam Ant, but lazy. It just, the staging was good, but it wasn't enough to save the song. And those moments where he was doing the ooh, bits, oof, ew. Yeah, not for me, and not for anyone else either, because it didn't qualify. Okay, Australia. This was the best vocal at this point from the whole night. Azerbaijan was good, but Australia's vocals are like the best thing ever. Australia, Poland, the best vocals in the competition. Absolutely stunning. Of course, Sam Ryder, really, really good vocals. So, Australia, mic too quiet at the beginning. Don't know what happened there. Couldn't really hear the vocals. Walking and the staging with the heavy costume up and down the stairs. It was really, really good. It didn't affect his voice too much, getting up the stairs with that gigantic kind of costume train thing. It was really, really impressive. This was like a winning performance for me. So out of them all so far, this potentially could be a winner. So I might have to add it to my 5 top potential winners. Okay, so Cyprus and Ella. Now, this is a really pretty song and the video was lovely, and her acoustic version that I reacted to, gorgeous. Her voice was brilliant, but in this live performance, it was very pitchy. The sound was unsupported. It was super shallow. She didn't get those beautiful riffs that were there before. It all seemed very pitchy, off tune. The staging was lovely and nice, but unfortunately I think it may have been the vocals that just didn't help. So unfortunately this one didn't qualify. It's quite a shame. I like the song. I just thought that the live performance was just not great, really not great. Her vocals were quite weak. Okay, Ireland, big fan of Ireland. I actually wanted them to qualify. It's quite a travesty that they didn't, you know, so what would you say? Let's save Ireland. Come on, bring them back as like, I don't know, one of those, when you, I can't think this morning, you bring him back, you put him back in. She was great. confident, vocals were awesome, lots of sass. I kind of think Eurovision expect us to just do the Celtic kind of sound, folky, every single time from Ireland. When that happens, they do better. It's like, can we not do something else from Ireland? Does it need to be that to actually qualify? This one annoyed me. I wanted Ireland to go through. Brooke, you were fabulous. I thought your confidence was so good. I actually thought from the performance it could make it through, and I'm really sad that it didn't qualify. So, North Macedonia and Circles. It was much better than the rehearsals that I saw. The vocals were well controlled, more emotive, the dynamics were better as it built into the song. Repetitive lyrics though, which is a shame. You know, I thought the second verse was like the first verse. Surely they could have put something different in. I thought she went a little bit over the top by the end of the performance. It was like, you're really going over the top here. And I think there just not enough substance in the lyrics themselves. Unfortunately, it didn't qualify. Shame. Estonia, yes, oh yes. Well done! So pleased for you. If you see this comment, because I know you saw the original video that I did on you, that was so good. I love your energy, the way you use the stage. It's just brilliant. So, great production. Love the old style film on the graphics. The movement, you're so likeable. He is so likeable. And I love that kind of sound, that kind of country and western. It's great. It's really nice to have something like this in the competition. So great, well done. This one did qualify. Okay, Romania. Those poor girls, they're so gonna have headache today. Did you see the amount of hair flicking? That must really hurt the neck and head after a while. Anyway, the sustained note, not so good. The song itself, quite nice feel for it. I enjoyed it. I thought that the choreography was good. I just didn't think that the vocals were as strong as potentially they could be. So hopefully they will up it for the final. This one did qualify. Okay, so Poland, the best vocal in the competition. Love the water effects at the beginning of the performance. I'm going to call them the dementors or urchins that were on the stage were really effective, very kind of Harry Potter-like. Lighting effects, the emotion of the vocals was truly stunning. The breath control was out of this world. Wow, wow. So yeah, with Australia, Poland's vocal, unbelievable. It was a great performance, but for some reason, Australia just pipped it on the vocal last night. So it's going to be a battle between those two because Poland qualified. Okay, so Montenegro, vocals were better than the last rehearsal that I reacted to. Diction very much lacking though. I think some of the words couldn't really figure out what they were. It is a growing kind of song. It does grow on you, that one, in a good way. I did think that the staging would be better because the video's brilliant. But the staging, and I mean the dress was nice, but that was it. It was just like a pretty dress. She stood still with the pretty dress. Yay. I don't know. I wanted more from the staging. I kind of wanted more of it. The song was okay, but the staging didn't do it. So unfortunately, this one didn't qualify. Okay, so Belgium, I actually like this song. I think the production on it is the best in the entire competition. But it did come across as a little bit self-indulgent. He wasn't playing to his audience as well as I thought he could do. It seemed to be more about him and how, I don't know, it was like an insular performance. You know, show off my vocals. It wasn't that bad, but I don't know. I just didn't get The feeling on the staging, again, really epic video, and I didn't feel that on the stage. I think almost they could have played the video on the screens in the background to give it some kind of context, because that was what I was kind of missing. It did qualify, but I can't see it doing that well now, unfortunately. Okay, so Sweden's actually gone up in my estimation. I have changed my top 5 list. So if you want to take a look at that, there is a link for that below on my website, and it shows you what the top 5. Sweden's performance was really good. Shaky camera work at the beginning though. I don't know what they were going for. And also the camera moves around. It's like filming the back of her head for a while. It's like, why is this happening? Why are we looking at the back of her head? And then she kind of looks into the camera. Too long on the back of the head. I didn't think that was quite right camera work wise. Love her voice. It's got this great rasp. I really like the song. Wire cabled mic. Now you guys that are actually at the arena will probably know more than I do, but I've heard that there was some sound issues before, which is possibly why she got a cable microphone instead of a different mic. I don't know. I think potentially this could win because it's kind of, it just feels Lady Gaga almost. It feels like an epic shallow kind of song, and I thought this performance was pretty good. Okay, so the Czech Republic, I'm so pleased that they got through because Austria didn't with Halo, and I thought, oh, they're not going to allow the dance tracks this year. But no, we've got a dance track in, which is awesome. The vocals were so much better in this performance than I saw in the rehearsals. They were kind of off tune and a bit flat. But in this, they were good. They weren't great, don't get me wrong, but they were definitely better. So why not? Let's have them in the final. I think that it is a good song. So the one travesty for me of the night is Ireland. I wanted Ireland to go through. I really did. I thought they deserved it. Brooke deserved it. Okay, so quick recap of who qualified. We've got Belgium, Czech Republic, Azerbaijan, Poland, Finland, Estonia, Australia, Sweden, Romania and Serbia. The ones that didn't qualify: San Marino, Georgia, Cyprus, Malta, Montenegro, Israel, North Macedonia and Ireland. What a shame. Now I know that the running order for the final is going to be released today, so I'm going to be checking that out before the grand final tomorrow. Now I don't know how much the running order is going to affect on who wins or not, but having done a lot of talent competitions over the years, we're talking a lot, watching many kids and adults sing Run, Leona Lewis like a zillion times and Hallelujah a zillion times, I do know that the closer it is to the end, the more likely they are to do well. Or right at the beginning, if you're stuck in the middle of a set, you kind of don't know how well it's going to do. So beginning or at the end of a set, yeah, it's going to do awesome. But if you get lost in the middle, it's got to be really strong to then move through. The grand final is tomorrow night. I am rooting for the UK. Come on, Sam. Come on, Sam. We deserve it this year. Yes, we do. The top 3 vocals in the competition are Sam, Australia and Poland. Come on. So if you want, again, a recap of anything I've said, go onto my Eurovision page. You can have a look at my top 40, which is now top 25, because obviously I've taken out those that didn't qualify. Now next week, after I've done the big recap for the grand final, I will be going back to my normal stuff. But of course, I'll be doing some reactions to the winners. So thanks for sticking with me. I do appreciate it. It's nice to have so many people watch my videos and be inspired and grateful and just appreciate what I do. So thank you again. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share the video. I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye-bye, loves. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.